Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge. It's time to take a break from the daily grind of Conquest and yes, go for another Inquisitor Galactic challenge. Everyone's favorite, right? And I don't know about you guys, but to me I feel like this is the worst Inquisitor challenge we've had yet to date, just because both enemy and global modifier work against you. Well, more about that later. As always, I'll cover the modifiers and defeats and then show you the battles here that allowed me to just about get the gold crate. So I have 4 battles in total. First I do Jedi and Galactic Republic team to get the offense up feat on tier 10. Then I'll hop on tier 6, barely make it with my low gear Inquisitors, and then hop back over to tier 9 to use Jedi Master Luke Watt cheese team for the Purge feat, because unfortunately the Purge feat has returned yet again. Okay, so let's start now with reviewing the modifiers. Test of strength for the Ilum. So essentially all units will start with 10 stacks of hesitation, which is a debuff. So for each of these stacks you get reduction of offense and tenacity, but most importantly the units with hesitation can't assist or gain bonus turn meter. Whenever you use a special ability you lose a stack, and once it reaches 0 you gain clarity, which gives you some boost there in tenacity and offense. So moving on, for the player modifier, Dark Pursuit. Yeah, well, we know how this works. The enemies keep getting some stacks of fatigue, which is a debuff again. I keep saying debuffs, more about it later. And then coup de grace. See, on the next special attack, deal true damage equal to 100% of target's max health. So if you ever get to it, I guess could be nice for some true damage, but you hardly get to it, to be honest. Blind Fury, so that's the modifier there for First Order, which gives them some stacking damage, and whenever they don't score a critical hit, the advantage get reapplied on them. Now remember all those debuffs I was saying, so you start with 10 debuffs, everybody start with 10 debuffs, 10 stacks of hesitation. And because of hesitation, obviously First Order, they won't be able to gain bonus turn meter and assist. So they won't be able to assist from Phasma lead, which is nice. They can't gain bonus turn meter, which is nice. But Hugs there, he can give a bonus turn, not bonus turn meter. So definitely want to keep Hugs under control. But the one that will be totally out of control is Kylo Ren, because for each debuff on him he's gaining plus 10 speed. So because he will start with these 10 stacks of hesitation, he will have 100 speed, and as he's losing stacks, when you are hitting him you keep applying stacks of fatigue on him, so you constantly have like 10 debuffs on him. So even though he can't gain bonus turn meter while he has hesitation, keep that in mind, because of his speed he'll be taking so many turns, and his AoEs can really over time take care of your low gear Inquisitors. So he's going to be a real threat here to deal with, something to definitely bear in mind. In terms of feats, we have to win with a full team of Inquisitors. Unfortunately we got the return of the Purge feat 60 times, and then as well gain offense up 20 times. So let's just first start with the easy bit, gaining up offense 20 times. Now, normally you would use troopers, but remember, because of hesitation we will not be able to gain bonus turn meters. I'm not sure troopers would work all that well here. They might still, I'm not sure. So instead I just decided to go with the Jedi. You obviously have a Shakti there on her basic. She'll grant offense up to all allies that don't have it yet. Yoda can go ahead and spread it. Basti again can gain offense up to Yoda. Again he can spread, and also Yoda himself, whenever he attacks anyone that's into yellow health, he will grant himself offense up on his basic, and then he can spread it again. So offense up here is not going to be a problem, because not able to assist and gain bonus turn meter will really drag this battle on for very long time. As you will see, I will speed up the footage. But anyways, marking Hugs, I'll just get rid of him first. I don't want him, causing some issues here. So you can see there we go, Yoda spreading offense up to everybody, but he didn't gain bonus turn meter. Okay, there we go. Might as well do basic, keep gaining offense up with Shakti, I guess, to everybody. They don't have it. So you can see we're doing some good damage now. Luckily Yoda's AoE is a bonus turn, so not a bonus turn meter, so he will be able to use that to get more turns. So keep using all specials with Yoda as much as you can, all of them, so he quickly loses those 10 stacks of hesitation, so he can then start getting bonus turn meter and obviously also doing more damage. But otherwise, yeah, Jedi, pretty straightforward battle, to be honest. Nothing to worry about too much here. Hermit Yoda's healing up, applying Foresight, so is Grandmaster Yoda applying Foresight, so you can keep dodging those AoE from OG Kylo. I'm going to go after Kylo first because of all these debuffs as mentioned before. He has a ton of speed and he's getting a lot of turns. And anyway, finished off there, the last Kylo as well. And now let's move on to Padme. Now Padme works again similar, I guess, like Jedi. You've got their Shakti and Yoda for offense up. Anakin's AoE as well gives offense up to everybody. Padme obviously keeping everybody alive, stacking courage and so on. The only trick here will be in the end dealing with both Kylos, because courage does absolutely nothing to them, so you'll have to rely on basic from Anakin to land that healing immunity. So it took me like 3-4 minutes to burn for them just because of healing immunity not sticking as good as I wanted to. But you know, one advantage of having Padme here is because of all these stacks of courage you get in the beginning, you can very quickly get rid of all the sides, and then you're down to 2 Kylos. And obviously OG Kylo there with his special attack, he'll be recovering a ton of protection and health because of all these debuffs and everything he's constantly hit. But eventually we'll get him down. Just speeding up the footage again because I don't want you sitting here for 5 minutes while I'm dealing with Kylos. So you can see it took me like less than a minute I think to take everybody else. So let's see how many minutes I need to take care of these guys. I'm like, alright, I'll go after Kylo Unmask first. Go after him. But then I just couldn't stick healing immunity on him, while then AoEs from OG Kylo started doing some damage. So then I said, you know what, leave Kylo Ren and Mask alone and just keep going for OG Kylo. But then Kylo Ren and Mask there, he kept taunting. I'm like, let's switch back onto him. So whichever Kylo you choose to go for, I would just stick to them, I would say. Otherwise you'd just be bouncing between one and the other. Just trying to land that healing immunity. Finally got it down. And there we go. Finally finished off Kylo. So obviously if you do have Galactic Legend, by all means do use them. It'll make these things easier. By the way, offense up, you know, no matter what team you use, should be straightforward. Let's hop onto tier 6 now and see if my low gear Inquisitor can handle tier 6. Normally tier 6 was always very easy, but this time because of OG Kylo it wasn't. Obviously it could be better if I would remod my Inquisitors, but I just can't be bothered, to be honest, if I don't have to. Using 5th Brother lead for some extra survivability. He's got an AoE that dispels buff, 2nd Sister, this ability removes turn meter, can stun as well. 9th Sister obviously, probably should have remodeled her to be more durable. 8th Brother, he's also very important because he's got lots of abilities here, especially if you look at Bladed Hilt. Applies healing immunity. Remember, we need healing immunity, buff immunity and ability block just that we can keep these Kylos under control. 7th Sister here, you need her for her healing, and this ability here as well will remove turn meter, will daze, will ability block. Again, you have to have a way to keep these guys under control, especially OG Kylo. But anyway, let's hop into battle now, and yeah, it's not going to be fun, I guarantee you this. Probably we're gonna go after Hux first, because if you don't, he'll just give bonus turn to somebody, cleanse them and things like that. So let's go ahead, ability block him, there we go. I'm going to save here AoE Dispel for later, when Kylo Ren Mask gains a taunt, so I can dispel it and get around it. So you will see how many turns OG Kylo is getting because of all these debuffs. He's getting so much extra speed. There we go. Put a hit on Kylo Ren and Mask. We need 5th Brother here to get a turn. Let's put some debuffs on him. So there you go. We got now buff immunity and ability block for all Kylo Ren and Mask. So now when I dispel the taunt, he won't be able to regain it for a couple of turns. While obviously he has buff immunity on him. I'm going to now go ahead, push some turn meter back on Kylo Ren. So you really have to use all abilities you have, turn meter removals. I'm gonna save the heal because everybody is in good health. Their 9th Sister, she has healing immunity on her anyway, so I wouldn't be able to heal her up. Keep going after Hux, and whenever you can, obviously, Hux was about there to get a turn, so I removed turn meter from him, ability block him. Come on Hux, go down already. Now it's time to heal up. Do an AoE. So with Hux down, let's turn our attention to OG Kylo, try to keep him under control. Obviously there he's now got Retribution. Now units can counterattack with hesitation, they just can't assist, so something to bear in mind. And yes, while Kylo there lost almost already stacks of hesitation, he's got so much stacks of fatigue. So again, his speed is insane, so he'll be taking so many turns. Let's go ahead, dispel the Retribution. It's pretty much he's taking so many turns, he's very hard to keep under control here. Again, putting the healing immunity, buff immunity in him will help. Healing up again, perfect timing to dodge the AoE. Keep going after Kylo Ren. Okay, there we go. Finish off their Executioner, ability block, pushback Terminator on Kylo Ren. Now we just have to go all out on Kylo Ren. Unfortunately, they forgot to control Kylo Ren and Mask, so he got a taunt up. Going after Phasma because you've seen her AoE, did some nice damage. Things are looking bleak right now, but we should be able, hopefully, to hang in here. Staying away from Kylo. There we go, let's put some healing immunity, ability block on him. Come on, get him out. AoE, unfortunately counterattacks, down goes OG Kylo. And now my second sister, she's actually gear 11, so this really helped. So it feels like with pure gear 8 Inquisitor squad, it might be a little bit more challenging because just they don't have enough damage, I think, to get rid of OG Kylo. So definitely having a second sister, you know, a little bit higher gear will help. Anyway, I was glad that it was over. I don't want to do this ever again, to be honest. So let's just move on to the final battle for today. So it's over back on tier 9. And now I can go ahead, bring out my JML Watt cheese. Obviously, Pulp Cheese team won't work here because you can't gain bonus turn meter to begin with. So you'll just probably get this, your low gear Inquisitors will just get destroyed. So probably the best cheese team we can do here is with Jedi Master Luke. You put a tank tech on him, so he's got permataunt. And you know, he should be able to tank this. Put weapon tech over on second sister. She's the only one on this team that can consume Purge. And obviously you need to be able to consume Purge once you reach 6 stacks, so then you can keep applying more. Let's go ahead, dispel the taunt over from Kylo Ren Unmasked. And we'll go now after Hux. Okay, there we go. Med Pack over on 7th sister, she's a bit squishy. There we go. Just basic there. Let's go ahead, get some force set up to evade any AoEs from the enemies. Keep ability blocking everybody. And that's how you can really keep their OG Kylo under control. With Efflux, you constantly keep ability blocking him. Let's go ahead, go after Hux. Stuck behind the taunt again on Kylo Ren Unmasked. Let's increase cooldowns on OG Kylo so he doesn't use his AoEs, because you know, 1 AoE, maybe 2 AoEs, and my low gear Inquisitor here on tier 9 will be defeated. There we go. Keep going after OG Kylo. There we go, an AoE coming in. Alright, again stuck behind the taunt. Let's go ahead, dispel it, keep going after OG Kylo. Oh, here comes an AoE. Efflux just in time there. Let's use Watt's ability there to trigger those heal over times, just to heal up a bit. Increasing cooldowns again on Kylo. Alright, stuck behind the taunt. Here comes the Efflux. Let's dispel the taunt. Keep going after Kylo. We'll get him down eventually, but you'll see it's pretty much, that's the challenge in no matter what team you're using there with Inquisitors. Controlling Kylo Ren Unmasked is very hard because of all these debuffs he's got on him. Even when he gets rid of stacks of hesitation, then he will have stacks of fatigue, so his speed will be insane. But luckily, obviously there with Efflux got quite a low cooldown, so you can keep him almost constantly ability blocked as well, with the help of 7th sister there, one of her abilities as well. As I've shown you before, applies ability blocks, and that's it. I mean, once OG Kylo's down, here I was just stalling the battle, just to try to make sure I have another opportunity to dispel Purge again. So I left Phasma alone. I didn't want to take her out. She's got 6 stacks of Purge, so I'll just wait for second sister for her stun ability to come back online. So then I can remove the Purge from Phasma and then keep stacking more. But yeah, I've seen, you know, basically the only real threat here is OG Kylo. Also Phasma, that I actually forgot about her AoEs, to be honest. Anyway, let's get 4 set up now. So again, yeah, maybe you have to be a little bit worried about Phasma's AoE as well. Forgot about, so let her do an AoE. Could have increased her cooldowns, to be honest. But anyways, I was able to consume their Purge on Phasma, so we can now keep stacking more. Took down Phasma, now just have to take down Kylo. There we go. And I think that will be it. I don't think I'll have opportunities to consume this Purge, but it was enough. One more hit, I think, and down goes Color and Mask, and this now as well on tier 9 completed the Purge feat, which allowed me to unlock the gold crate. So you've seen, guys, by no means this is going to be an easy. Usually tier 6 with my low gear Inquisitors was easy and straightforward, as you see. Not this time. I mean, if I would have remodded, you know, put some better health mods on them with protection primaries to make them more survivable, probably would have been easier, but I always first gave a go. The first try, I always try a couple of battles without remodding, and I was able to get it on the second try, just about. But yeah, if my second sister wouldn't be gear 11, I don't think I would have enough damage to deal with OG Kylo. Anyway, guys, hopefully this video was useful and helpful, showing you how I got gold crate this time. Let me know in the comments below how you guys are getting on, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.